You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Ding dong. Hello?
Everybody three count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get here because I was cute, or because I came from some famous wrestling family, or because I sucked up to the right people. I got here because I am good. I earned this championship.
Frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Brett made a very, very selfish decision. Brett's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Brett screwed Brett. I have no sympathy whatsoever for Brett.
This is my show, and I'm sick of all of you calling me the coward. You're the cowards. I'm the one here day in and day out in that wrestling ring beating people up. Thank you very much.
I don't steal opportunities. I am the opportunity.
3 ain't enough now. I need 5. Welcome in, Jim.
I'm an idiot.
Ryan.
I'm a sausage guy.
Matt.
Who gives a shit?
Tim.
Right on the cock.
And intern Mark.
Hi, boys.
I'm going to tell y'all with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday. We are live July the 15th, 2021. We are still the podcast of the millennium. We have gone through a lot over the last 15 months, but today feels pretty damn good as we are just one day away from WWE being back on the road. AEW, of course, second week back on the road this week, and a great show at that. And we are glad to be with you. Hope everyone is having a good week. If you're following along with us on the live video, give it a like and a share. We would appreciate that. Get as many people in here. You can interact with us during the show. Mark is not driving through a windstorm. He just forgot to charge his headphones this week. But so you have to bear with that for the show. But otherwise, I think we're doing pretty good. Intern Mark,
How you doing?
oh
Jim,
shit!
I'm glad you asked.
Hold on, timeout. I screwed this up. This one's on me. Go to 3countthursday.com. That is our homepage. You'll find all of our social media, our merchandise over at whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver.
Our Patreon page, patreon.com/3countthursday. Our Collar and Elbow brand deal, store.collarandelbowbrand.com. Use promo code 3count. Get 10% off each and every order. Our home network, of course, NGSC Sports at ngscsports.com. Our secondary home is the Leap Sports and Music Network. Ryan, where can people find that?
Can I go now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can go now.
LEEIBsports.com. .org. .net. .com. I forget.
LEEIBsports.com.
.com. Cool.
.com.
.edu.
.edu/ Conrad Thompson. I don't know. LEEIBsports.com. But yeah, Charlie noticed something. How's it going, Devin? How's it going, Charlie? Mark, you look a little different this week. Why? Why, Mark? Why?
How you doing?
Uh-oh. Mark, are you with us?
Well,
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
no. Come on. You were fine before we started. Now you're all... Oh, no.
can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you-
barely,
can you-
and I think you're on like a 47-second delay.
What do you mean 47-second delay?
Oh, okay. Well,
there
Oh,
we
can you
go.
hear me now?
I
Yeah.
feel like we've been through this before.
His audio is fine, but his video is horrible.
Video is a little rough.
Mark, you need to have the internet people come out and fix the internet over at Hottenstein Estates.
It's the website.
I think it's the website.
Mark,
The super box
actually-
is working just fine.
actually, Mark, what you need to do is you need to buy a computer, and that will actually go a long way.
You know the money you just spent on that haircut and beard trim? Yeah, you should go back and you should tell him to glue it to you so you can go buy a computer.
I was going to use that sweet Biden money I just got to. I was going to give it all back to Hershey Park in the form of the arcade, but maybe I'll go buy a
don't doubt
computer.
that.
Yeah,
What you need to do is you need to go and save up on all the tickets until the arcade has a computer as a ticket buy, and then you just cash in on a computer.
Now you're talking. I got an iPad from there. That's
hi,
close.
Mark.
Hi, boys. But speaking of Hershey Park, I got to make a statement real quick. And I'm sorry if this upsets anybody.
I will quit the show so fast.
Can we verify that your phone is indeed on Wi-Fi and that you're not using your cell signal?
because you're all jumbled again, Mark. We promise we'll let you get to your statement about Hershey Park, maybe something like that. Tim,
How you doing?
I'm good. I jammed my knee up. You want to know how I jammed my knee up? Spend $2 on patreon.com/3Count Thursday and get our pre-show, post-show. It's the show before the show, after the show. You can get that. And I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to start doing a lot more stuff on the Patreon because the grand poobah of the social media post said we were.
yeah. So I mean, we kind of neglected the Patreon quite a bit, I feel like, during the pandemic. On me, but we're coming out of it, and the WWE's coming out of it, and AEW's coming out of it, and Impact's coming out of it, and I think there's just going to be a lot more going on. I want to try and make that page more active as well. And literally, people, it's $2. Like people with kids apparently are getting money this week, so put some of that aside. Go to patreon.com/3Count Thursday. Subscribe $2. You can give us more, but start at $2. You're going to get bonus content, probably starting daily here soon. We're not.
If you think about it, $2 a month. If every month has at least 4 weeks, so that's 50 cents a week.
Yeah.
It's 10 cents a person.
It's one skee ball game a week.
That's it.
There you go.
Now you're asking me to cut one skee ball game out a week.
Yeah, but how many tickets do you really get on one game of skee ball?
I don't know, Mark. How many tickets do you average?
Mark's
you're
the pro.
talking to the intergalactic skee ball champion of the universe.
Right. We're not talking
correct.
How many tickets is an average Joe who walks up, puts their 50 cents into the skee ball machine and throws the ball? You're getting like 3 tickets tops.
No.
You're getting not you, Mark.
Yeah, but the average Joe, they're usually getting 0.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I'll have you know that I run the skee ball at Funland in Rehoboth. So, Mark, if you ever want to see me down on the Rehoboth boardwalk, that's my home stretch. I'm not going up to Hershey Park, where you can probably roll a 650 with your eyes closed. I want to go down with the salt water in the air.
I'll tell you what.
It changes the lane. It's the humidity and the salt and everything. It changes. Changes the grippies.
I've been beating people in Rehoboth at skee ball my whole career.
See, what we need to do is we need to have like for the Patreon.
That'd
Now
be fun.
that people are starting to trust the science.
Well, here you go. Here you go, Matt. Start making us some money.
Yo, put them feet
Yeah, I
on
can
the
see
internet.
comments too. This is
Get
great.
them pictures up.
Yo, put them feet up.
I may or may not already have one.
Ooh.
I'll be darned.
Hey-o.
Can't
Devin asked
confirm.
when we're going to start having people in Studio L. There may be some construction in Studio L here soon, so we're going to wait until we get the.
When are we having people or when are we having Devin? Because those are two very different
Very
questions.
different.
Oh my.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
Very, very great of you, Jim, to hire Bob the Builder and Handy Manny to come out and put some work in on your house.
We're just we're just
Builder.
waiting. We're waiting on some. We're just waiting on the quotes to come in and the work to get done. But people will soon be returning to Studio L for sure.
I
Jim, did you
believe the
talk
quote-
to Isaac Byler about doing some work for you?
No,
Not
I
a real
don't.
person, Jim. Don't answer that.
He's a real person.
No idea who that is.
Do you want the quote? Because I heard the quote did come in, and the quote was, "Can we build it? Yes, we can." So
something
sign
like-
up. Just put your name on the dotted line, and Bob, the builder, will come out and.
Ryan.
Hey, when you need to get his attention, you just have to call his name a lot of times.
Hey,
No, you have
wait.
have a sounder.
Bobby! Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Look,
Bob. That's you get his attention when he's busy on the job site.
It is.
Maybe you could yell that Bobby like the Brady Bunch when you're in the kitchen and he's down working in the studio.
Bobby!
Ryan.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm so happy to be here with everybody tonight. He was invited to come. Oh, I got a new sounder. That's so great.
He was invited to come.
I was baited by Ernest Hemingway, who, quite frankly, is a masturbator at what he does.
But
He's a master debater.
It's even better if you go.
He was invited to come.
In my face.
Why am I coming?
Oh, my
where is that
God.
one at? God damn it. There it is.
Why am I coming?
He was invited to come.
In my
He was
face.
invited to come.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
That's
Asked and
good
answered.
shit right there.
Matt.
How you doing?
I mean, I was doing very good until Buzz Killington before me had to just bring the whole mood of the show down.
I'm fine.
Are you?
Come
You
on,
don't
Buzz.
seem fine, Ryan.
You
So,
seem
I'm-
troubled, Ryan. You seem troubled.
I
You
am.
seem like you're up to 2 packs of candy cigarettes a day again.
No
And-
candy,
We're just worried about you.
no
That's all.
candy sticks. I'm out of candy sticks again.
Only
I mean,
you.
as
I'm
long
out
as
of my
you're,
candy smokes.
as long as you haven't resorted to crushing up bottle caps and snorting them, I think you're okay.
I am freebasing spree tonight.
Remember this weekend two pay-per-views that will have digital
Oh, right.
PW scorecards. You can join our faction.
Oh shit! I have to do that.
I'll be sending. You know, I'm not even gonna try to like explain it here. I will send out the post again. I did send it out a couple days ago. So if you go to our Twitter, scroll back a day or so, it's there. I'll post it again tomorrow. Leaving a note to myself so I remember to do that.
Can I also mention some other stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Since
No,
it
you've
is,
had your turn. He asked how you were doing.
it's more promotional stuff for shows that are coming up this weekend.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
are we
that's-
celebrating American independence?
Yes.
we are.
So, if you have a subscription to independentwrestling.tv, you can be treated to not one, not two, but 3 live streaming events of independent wrestling varieties starting on Friday, tomorrow. Limitless Wrestling is presenting Pressure Point. independent stars like Daniel Garcia, Ace Romero, Kevin Koo. The Sea Stars will be there. Kevin Koo, one half
Did
of.
you say the Sea Stars?
Yeah, the Sea Stars will be
Thanks
there.
a lot, Tim. Thanks a lot.
Ken Broadway is going to be there. You can watch that on independentwrestling.tv. Saturday is H2O Wrestling is presenting Can't Take Me Alive. If you're one of those weirdos who likes the ghouly, hardcore type stuff. A lot of wrestlers there. And then, of course, WWR Plus is bringing Pain for Pleasure. Looks like Delmy Exo will be there. Ricky Shane Page, Riley Shepard, Molly McCoy, Boomer Hatfield, Willow Nightingale, Davina, Trisha Dora, among others. IndependentWrestling.tv. If you are an independent wrestling fan, IWTV is literally your best bang for your buck. I believe not last year, but the year before, IndependentWrestling.tv produced more hours of content than the WWE Network.
Wow.
So you have no excuse to watch independent wrestling for the exact same price as your WWE Network subscription. Check it out.
All right, Ryan, did you have any other American Independence stuff to plug for the weekend?
Yeah, we should plug some stuff, right?
Absolutely. We are saluting American independence this month.
Salute. It's like very Home Improvement-esque. It's our salute. Independence.
I don't think so, Tim.
I tried.
So at work the other day, we use walkie-talkies, and over the walkie, somebody goes, "Can I have somebody in Home Improvements, please? Home Improvements?" And somebody goes, right over the walkie, and it made my I don't know, 5 minutes maybe.
That's pretty good.
It was all right one. So PPW on Saturday, right? We should talk about PPW. They're hosting a show. It's called Let It Roll. Excuse me. Oh, it's going to have a ton of really cool guests. They have the Drama King, Matt Morris, also known as Aiden English. Gangrel. Gangrel's going to be there. Victoria is coming in off the coast. Just like the breeze, we have a steady breeze coming in off the coast. Alpha Jr.
Mark, can you hold on? Mark, can you mute yourself if you're not talking?
No.
Is that easy to do for you?
Let it roll, man. Let it roll.
Let it roll.
I could try my headphones. I don't know that they would last the whole show.
Ever since I challenged Mark to the skee ball on the beach, he wants to get the wind atmosphere,
The wind
in his
atmosphere
mindset,
going.
so he has a chance.
I told Kirby to go bring me some salt too.
Oh, Kirby.
Kirby, get me some salt.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Continue.
No, that's fine. Be sorry to PPW. They're the ones that'll be upset.
Ryan, were you invited to come there?
No, I was not. They knew I was going to be on vacation.
So you're not coming to PPW?
I'm not going to PPW. I think your tenses are all wrong.
There's probably a lot of other people coming to PPW.
Mark, we're trying to plug a show here.
I wouldn't mind coming to see PPW.
I mean, if you were invited to come, you wouldn't be so tense either.
That's true.
Talking about people's tenses being wrong. Maybe
All of this speech talk, I'm surprised you haven't made a semen joke.
Well, Ryan, I heard you have plenty of lead in your pencil. You just need someone to write to.
I quit. I swear to God, I'm going to
Andy
just
Header,
quit this show
Facade,
one of
Christina
these
Marie.
days.
You teed him up.
Danny Moe's going to be there.
South Philly's finest.
Rembrandt's going to be there.
Rembrandt.
The main event, you saw them on AEW Dark.
There's going to be four dice there.
Lots of dice. Killian McMurphy, maybe a former guest of the show, right? No?
Yes.
We ever talked to Killian?
Yeah.
Dice.
Who did?
The Firework Fox Vineyard, Deshaun Pratt, a lot of great faces.
Fox Pizza.
That's a different Fox.
Did you say Fox's Pizza's going to be there?
You said AR Fox is going to be there?
That is not true.
Oh,
that
you
is
said
not
different
true.
Fox. I wasn't sure.
A different Fox.
Gotcha.
They just announced somebody else. Shit, I forget
Alicia
who it was.
Fox. Awesome.
No, don't go. Alicia Fox will
Did
be
you
there.
say Michael J. Fox
Vanilla
is gonna be there?
Payne. Oh no, he's at Aerial Assault. Never mind. He's not at this.
Who is this?
Vanilla Payne Preston Vance.
Oh, he was
Mallory gonna be there?
originally booked for this show. I believe he double booked himself.
Jim, you're so far behind on the soundboard, man. It's the host. You got to keep up with this.
Remember Family Ties? I have the board game in the attic.
Now that I gave him the control for streaming, he has more stuff to do.
I know, like I'm overwhelmed.
I'm not gonna lie. I like this logo here. You can see my finger in the side of it.
Yeah, I tried to do a really cool thing with that one specifically.
Oh, yes. My finger can go inside.
Oh my.
So anyway,
write down that timestamp, please.
That's going to be in Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania, which is beautiful this time of year at the Signature Training Academy. That's going to be this Saturday. That is 137 Aaron Lane. Aaron as in Aaron Gobra, something about Seamus. There's a meet and greet at 5 p.m. Bell's at 7, so get there early. Front row tickets are sold out, but they were $25. That's a hell of a deal. General admission, $15. $15. And if that's not up your alley, I'm not done yet. If that's not up your alley, you got Valor Pro Wrestling, CCW, and I can't read that, and Seven Mountains Wrestling. For West Shore Wars, number 5, West Shore Wars, #5, Hardcore Warfare. That is Sunday. That's a great Sunday show, July the 18th, at beautiful West Shore Elks Lodge. That is the Elks Lodge 2257 in beautiful Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. Doors are at 2 p.m. Bell time is at 3. Front row, $20. General admission, another $15. You can catch 2 great shows for $30. What a deal. Mark, put your hand out. I'm not going to call on you.
I have a
tickets
question.
available at the door. I'm not calling on you. Children 8 and under are free. Free. So even though you got that sweet, sweet Biden money, I'm not calling on you either, Matt.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
Tim, nothing.
Didn't
Smokey,
raise my hand.
Valor Pro, CCW, Seven Mountains Wrestling, all of your favorites. Rob Knox will be there. Malcolm King, BJ Walker, who had a great interview with that one guy that one time. Remember that? That was funny. Mr. King. Oh, my gosh. So good stuff. Be there or Rob Knox will kick your ass.
Now, Ryan, did they, when you bought your tickets to come to PPW, did they sell you your whole seat? Because I heard you only need the edge.
Why
of
haven't
your
you just
seat.
muted him, Jim? You can just mute him.
I have a statement and a question.
Yes, Tim.
So the statement is that the person who will be at Let It Roll is Leva Bates.
Leva Bates, the librarian.
Blue Pants.
My question was, we know how Broadheadsville is, but you mentioned that the other show is at Camp Hill. How is Camp Hill this time of year?
It's all right. Camp Hill's all right this time of year.
Is it? I'm not sure. Have you been there at this time of year, Ryan?
Camp Hill?
Yes.
I couldn't even tell you where Camp Hill's on a fucking map.
If you had to guess which direction Camp Hill
I
was,
feel like Camp Hill is by Hershey Park.
Yeah, not too far away.
Not too far, yeah.
close enough.
Closer than I thought he would get.
Yeah.
Is Camp Hill closer to Hershey Park than Lancaster is to Philly?
Well, it depends who's driving.
Well,
It's probably a little closer because you're just going down 83.
Okay,
Yes.
this is there. Yeah, I feel like you just get on. You would leave Hershey,
It's on the other
Jim.
side of the outlets at Hershey.
and we would go. Oh, really? Is it that direction?
No.
Okay, because I would have headed toward the movie theater. There's a Sonic there. We ate there at that one restaurant with the chicken wings. Help me out here.
The Cocoa Black.
Arugas?
Arugas.
Yeah.
Arugas.
Right. What town is that?
Arugas.
That's Hummelstown.
I thought that
Oh,
was Camp
God,
Hill.
Hummelstown's beautiful.
No.
H-Town.
Speaking, you brought
You're
up
on the wrong side of the river.
Speaking of Sonic, and you brought up Sonic, I
Who
have
brought
known
up Sonic.
somebody said Mark said something about Sonic. I think somebody did. I heard the word
No, I
Sonic.
think Ryan said Sonic.
Ryan
Right.
definitely said Sonic.
Ryan, you said
Say
Sonic.
They used to have half-price shakes.
I don't
after
care.
eight.
I love Sonic. What's
But anyway,
Sonic?
the Sonic in Ephrata is going to be reopening.
What?
Yeah,
There's a
I'm-
Sonic in Ephrata.
There was.
over by there was technically Brownstown, but it's considered Ephrata
Well, it's by the
Oh!
bowling alley, right?
by the bullet by
By the Dutch lanes.
Yeah.
Which is really as far as Camp Hill is to Hummelstown.
Yeah. Just right down the street.
Is that the one that's by the sheets?
Yes,
It is the one by the sheets.
I didn't know that one closed.
all
Oh,
the
they all
ones
closed.
here closed. They were all owned by the same dude, and
Oh
like
no!
I'm out.
A life without Sonic is no life at all.
He
Oh
said,
no,
"Fuck
I
this shit,
can't
I'm
pull
out."
up and get a half shitty burger.
Wasn't that
You know
Mr.
what?
Mr. Brown owned it?
Ooh, those half shitty
You want
burgers.
that? Go to fucking Burger King.
No.
See, I thought there would be a Ryan and Tim argument on the show. I didn't think it would come this
I
soon
didn't
about
think it
this
was- I didn't
topic.
think it'd be about Sonic.
Well, I didn't know.
I would rather have a Sonic burger than a Burger King burger. That is a fact.
No,
All
Yeah,
Burger
oh,
King
Sonic,
burgers
absolutely.
taste like Whoppers.
They all do.
because they all go through the same broiler and they're beef.
Your mom goes
Whopper
to the same
grease.
broiler.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's yeah, they're all all their burgers taste the same, and they all burp. It doesn't matter what meal you get there. You can get a fucking breakfast burrito, and you're going to burp it, and it's going to taste like a Whopper burp.
breakfast burrito. What kind of monster gets a breakfast burrito at Burger King?
Their ultimate burrito is fantastic. Have you never had it? It's got a little spicy cheese and everything. Jim,
I'm
it's right
busy.
up your alley.
I'm busy eating a croissant sandwich, dog.
Thank you, Tim. I don't like. I just go there and my brain just automatically spouts out. Yeah, 2 for $4.
Oh, Jim, you know there's more things on a menu. Why don't you try something different once?
Isn't that ironic? But yes, the
What is your
Sonic,
go-to? Do you have a go-to croissant witch?
I usually no because I always get a I always get a sausage.
Would you say you're a sausage
because in
guy?
this case, much like Ryan,
I'm a sausage guy.
but then I will alternate, or I'll just ham or bacon is the other one.
I will never not get ham.
Okay.
Ever.
Might I suggest you get all three? Get the ultimate. It's I don't. What is it called? Is it the monster one where it's ham, sausage, and bacon all on a croissant sandwich with egg and cheese? Changes your life for
So
the
you
better.
would roll up and say,
and for
"I
the
would
worse."
like the obese meal
Yes.
with a large coffee."
No. Diet Coke.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
watching
Diet
my
Coke. 'Cause You're
calories.
watching the calories.
Diabetes.
There's no sugar in that.
You know, Diet Coke is worse for you than regular Coke.
It's true.
Yeah, but it's better than a lot of other stuff.
Just for the
That's
taste
true.
of it.
I don't drink
like,
diet.
Like what? Gasoline, WD-40.
That stupid drink he
Propane,
plugs every
propane
week.
accessories.
Oh, no.
I don't have that here today, but
Oh,
it's
thank God.
it's all natural.
All right.
Look, with my knee, I can't hobble around and get it what I need to get. I can't get my things, so I had to make do.
Can we make a slightly serious turn for a second here? Now that we made it through a half an hour of
No.
We're not done yet.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there? Can you look on your list of what happened on this day in wrestling history?
Uh-huh.
And if you is there anything worth talking about that happened today?
There are a couple birthdays. I knew that for a fact.
There's 4 birthdays.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you're saying is, Jim, let's get through the segment quick.
I think you
Collapsible segment.
Collapse.
So okay, well
We have a End-Emmy Award to do.
we do. I'm just
Don't forget about the 3-count question of the week.
we do have one of those. 4 birthdays. Mil Mascaras was born in 1942.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura, 1951.
Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman, 1964. And
He's
Heath
old.
Slater, 1983.
He's just one
Heathy
man.
baby. Okay.
You do a good boogeyman, by the way.
The Boogeyman.
No, it was the sound effect that got me, not your gyrations.
You know what? There's not really anything I would say that's like
Hit us with one.
The one you
On
feel
this
is
day.
the most important.
There's none that are that important.
What did Bret Hart do today?
Bret Hart walked for the first time. After
Oh, come on.
He's finally able to wink with both eyes.
Oh,
Something that Shawn Michaels is still trying to master. If you guys hadn't wowed, you would have heard me hate on Shawn Michaels through that as well.
We heard it.
Maybe you did.
2002, we're all live in Continental Airlines Arena, East Rutherford, New Jersey. The show featured Vince
I'm bored.
McMahon introducing former WCW president Eric Bischoff as the new Raw general manager. His on-camera role would last well over 2 years before ending on December 5th, 2005, when Vince McMahon threw him into a garbage truck.
Sure did.
So that
On this day.
What was
July
that? 2005.
2002.
He debuted in 02. He was gone in 05.
He was in the trash in 05.
He was in the trash in 05.
I'll be darned.
So that's
Oh.
what that was the event that occurred on July 15th in pro wrestling history. Of course, we opened the show. Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, passing away on Monday at the age of 71. I think we had touched on. I know we talked about it in our group, and I don't remember if we brought it up on the show. His son had posted a video recently of him. He's in an assisted living facility, dementia, passed away. I mean, the accolades are long running. I mean, numerous Pro Wrestling Hall of Fames, WWE Hall of Fame, Cauliflower Alley Club. But I was talking with the guy that was on our show last week in place of intern Mark. Ernest and I were texting this week and discussing Orndorff's different feuds and like where he lands. Who if you guys would say, instead of doing like just the traditional rundown of accolades, if you had to pick Paul Orndorff's top feud, like who was his top feud, who would you say that would be against?
Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I still, to this day, put that Mr. Wonderful Hulk Hogan cage match up there as like top 5 best cage matches of all time. It was the first time in memory that they did the land at the same time spot. And it's crazy to think that they did that like in the 80s. And it was timed perfectly. So, oh God, it's Ryan's last show.
Since we're all kind of in agreement there, flip the script because Ernest was debating this one with me. Is Paul Orndorff in the top 5 Hogan feuds?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. Ernest did. I'm sure they'll talk about it on Take 3 this week. You should always support
What
them.
is it? What is it called? Ernest does a podcast. Ernest, what is it called again?
Ernest goes to wrestle.
Ernest goes to podcasting.
But yeah, I don't think he's in the top 5 Hogan feuds. Top 10 maybe.
Because top five Hogan feuds: Savage, Andre, Sting.
And there we go. It's confirmed. They will be talking about this.
Oh, that was Joe Lopez. Hi, Joe.
And they will tell Ernest that he's wrong. But good work, Joe.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
I'm trying to think like who else is high on that list for
Savage.
I said
Yeah,
Savage.
Hey, the Warrior.
Ace is an 8,
maybe, but that really wasn't a feud.
Yeah, that was
like
more of a
one
feud
match.
in WCW.
Over
than it was
the
in
love sponge.
That's a feud.
Gawker.
What about the
Gawker.
Sheik? Sheik and Hogan.
But
Was
Sheik and
probably
Hogan,
up there, honestly.
was Sheik and Hogan like only a feud until Hogan won the belt? Because I feel like there was nothing after that.
Yeah, I don't think there was. Would Flair be
What
one?
about King Kong Bundy would probably be in there.
Him and Linda in court.
That's a big. That'd be probably one.
His actual spine.
Piper.
That was Piper would be definitely up there.
Piper's probably one.
Piper's up there.
He's got to be one.
Piper, Savage, Sting,
Andre.
Ooh. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it,
No, Tim, you're not right.
he might be 5th.
What
Okay,
about
name someone different.
The Rock.
Bundy.
Not
I
a
knew
I
The Rock
wouldn't
was
call-
short lived, but man, that was big.
I wouldn't call The Rock a rival though.
It was because it was only one match.
It was 2 matches, but they were split like 9 months apart. They were gone away from each other.
What WrestleMania 2 with Bundy? They had a good build up for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make the argument that him versus the WCW. as part
Billy
of the NWO. Him and his limited vocabulary. There's tons of things that Hogan has battled.
His inner struggle with his racism.
Him versus self-awareness, I think, would probably be
right.
Self-awareness.
him versus
Beefcake
geography,
outside the ring.
Silverdome versus Superdome. That was always one of my favorites.
That was
I
good.
guess you could probably say Flair as
I
like
would think Flair because they had
Yeah.
a little bit of a run in WWF and then again in WCW.
WCW.
they should have wrestled at WrestleMania 8.
They should have.
Yep. They should have.
And they were on the promotional poster before they changed it. Like there are mock-up promotional posters from WrestleMania 8 with Hogan versus Flair.
Him versus Rocky Balboa. These are all feuds that are, I think, better than Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
That's a shame.
Just because the guy died doesn't mean he's in the top 5 greatest feuds.
Well,
I mean, you haven't really named any others besides like your jokey
a cage
ones.
match.
I'm not
WrestleMania
joking.
1 with Orndorff.
But like who? So asking you
Big John Studd.
straight up, like who is Hogan's top 5?
Who were you asking?
You.
What about Goldberg? He's got to be in the mix there for you, Smokey.
Okay. You know what? That's your first fucking warning, Mark. That's your first warning. Do that again. I dare you. All right, he's just going. Joe says Earthquake.
Nah.
I mean, Earthquake almost killed Hulkamania. Devin agrees with Piper, which I definitely there with. But yeah,
I don't think Earthquake is better than Mr. Wonderful.
I wouldn't think so. So he wouldn't be. We're definitely in agreement. He's not. If you were making a Mount Rushmore of Hogan feuds, he wouldn't make Mount Rushmore.
So he's not in the top 4.
But he could be 5th.
Okay, I think I found one that might be able to top Mr. Wonderful.
DDP.
And it's not necessarily fair, but it's the entire Dungeon of Doom.
Oh.
No, I mean,
because the Dungeon of Doom had to team up with the Horsemen to create the alliance to end Hulkamania.
I'll allow it.
The entire Dungeon of Doom is 5.
You got Kamala in there.
And
what
the
about
Ultimate
Slaughter?
Solution.
Slaughter was good.
Yeah.
I feel like, didn't somebody say Slaughter?
Devin just did.
Yeah, Devin did. I just put it on the bottom of the screen.
Slaughter.
All
It's
right.
okay. He wasn't here at the time.
Oh, that's when he checked
went
out.
away.
But Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, 71 years old. Another legend gone. I saw a really depressing graphic. It was, there was 2. It was the shot from, I think it was WrestleMania 30 or 31, when like Patterson and Okerlund, Piper, Mr. T, Orndorff, Hogan were all in the back, and Hogan's the only one that's still alive, and Hogan's first 6 WrestleMania opponents have all passed away.
Is Bundy dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just in the last year, right? I think it was.
No, I think it was longer. I think it was a few years. Yeah, Bundy, he kicked the can. He's gone.
But so Mr. Wonderful passed away this week. All right, to build us back up here, we do have one of our weekly segments. Let's hit that.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
Week number 14.
What?
Week 14 in our standings. Is there anybody that wants to start us off for the week? All right, I you know what? I'll do mine. Do I have them written down? I do have them written down. I'll start. I'll go 3, 2, 1 on mine. I'll start with the man who pinned WWE champion Bobby Lashley on Raw. this Monday night, and that's Xavier Woods. I think getting a pinfall victory over the WWE champion is a pretty big deal. My number 2 man won a coffin match last night to close out AEW Dynamite, and that is Darby Allin. He is my number 2 for the week, and number 1, new ROH World Champion Bandito from Best in the World this past weekend. So those are my top 3. Bandito takes the number 1 spot. Scotty in here with us. Scotty, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back in,
Scotty.
And does Mark have his picks from last week as well? No, Mark didn't get picks last week because he wasn't here. Who wants to go next?
Me, I will.
All right, Tim, go ahead.
So my picks very similar. Big week for Ring of Honor. Number 1 is Bandito beating Roosh for the ROH Championship. I think the bigger stat is that since Roosh has debuted in Ring of Honor, he's only lost twice. So for Bandito to pick up the victory is huge. Then the team of Chris Dickinson and Homicide winning the ROH Tag Team titles. A huge feather in the cap for them. And rounding out my top 3 is a person who made waves not only in NXT but also on SmackDown this past week with Tegan Knox on the comeback trail, and plus SmackDown picking up a tag team victory over Natalia and Tamina. Puts her in the top 3 for me.
Thank you.
That's a great sound effect. Let me hear that one again. Good and echoey.
It's really nice that you put your beehole right against the microphone to record that.
Right? Isn't that good?
That was after the Burger King meal.
Yeah, solid.
Gas.
Like a cavern.
Right?
It was in the Burger King bathroom, possibly.
You got to get the right acoustics if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Ryan, Matt, or Mark? Who wants to go next?
All right, mine are really similar to Tim's. I'll do it. I don't care.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's the spirit.
There it is. All right. Woo! Wrestler of the week. So Bandito's number 1. It was a great match at Ring of Honor. He beat Roosh. You know the crazy thing about Roosh? He only lost twice since showing up at Ring of Honor. My number 2 is Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee, I think, an independent championship. Go! Fucking do sound effects when I'm talking. Dragon Lee does things in the ring, and he beat Tony Deppen for the ROH.
War games! War games! War games! War games!
Rules are rules. He beat Tony Deppen in a match for the ROH TV Championship.
Come on!
The best in the world!
I love this one so much. I'm not even upset.
You sound a little... No, you don't even sound upset.
Not upset at all.
That's my gift to you, Ryan. You didn't come in super happy today, so.
Shane McMahon!
Ron, do you have Kyle O'Reilly on there?
Oh, really?
Oh, wrong one. God damn it.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Auto Parts.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Did you guys see the TikTok videos for the O'Reilly Auto Parts when they do that owl? People do that.
Yeah, somebody shared it in our group chat.
Tim sent them to us. I
At
think.
least
That's
twice.
where I saw it then.
Right. Did you get all 3 in, Ryan?
Violence Unlimited.
Were they in the Violence Unlimited? Was in that?
Shut up, Mark.
War
Chris
Games match
Dickinson,
for
shut up, Mark.
WCW.
War games! War games! War games!
That was a premature one. No one even said that.
Mark did. He said it.
I started to say it, and I think you jumped on it. It was great.
Yeah,
great to see Homicide with a championship in
Games
ROH.
War.
Games War.
Games! War games! War games! War games! War
I mean, that's how we get through segments fast. Just play sound clips over each other, and then we just try to squeeze everything in.
Matt, Matt, why don't you go next?
All right, number 1, Bandito. Number 2, Violence Unlimited. Number 3, John Moxley. Honorable mention to the Young Bucks.
Oh, fuck you.
The other way.
All right, so number 3. That I have that actor Elijah Woods because he beat Bobby.
Bobby.
And then number 2. Now I don't know if I'm allowed to have 2 people because they were a tag team, but I had Shotzi and Knox for making.
Wait, what? Fuck is that? Did you kick him out?
No,
it's for the best.
How did he disappear?
Did
Hold on,
somebody actually kick him out?
No, he's gone. Do you have who are his other ones?
So he had Shotzi and Knox as their his number 2, and then number 1 he also had Bandito.
Got it. So yeah, I think his phone might have exploded.
I think so.
Anything's possible, honestly.
Where does that leave us, Tim, for the week and for the year?
So for the week, Bandito has done what Isaiah Swerve Scott and Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns before him has done, which is a perfect 25-point week.
Yowie,
with all first place votes. Second is Violence Unlimited's Chris Dickinson and Homicide. Third is Tegan Knox by herself. And tied for 4th is Shotzi Blackheart and Dragon Lee. And as far as our standings go...
Hold on, before we get to the... Mark, what happened?
I have no idea. The screen went blank. And I was like, I have no idea. I didn't touch anything. I have no idea what happened. I was still talking, and then like my app screen came up. I'm like, what the heck? And nobody's there. And
I'll ask. But Mark, what's behind you?
Oh no!
Oh come on, that's
right here.
I know what it is.
Here, let me grab it.
I want to let him show it off.
You mean this album right here?
Beautiful album. Who is that?
Oh, that's the '80s pop singer Tiffany. Do you remember Tiffany?
We all remember Tiffany.
I remember. I think we're alone now.
That's all we remember.
Such a good song. Did you know that was a cover?
I did.
Isn't that exciting? Yeah,
Did Tiffany, she sing it?
Tiffany came to Harrisburg, and I'll tell you what, this time of year in Harrisburg, just beautiful. Beautiful. I had breakfast with Tiffany last week, and I was finally able to get my album autographed.
Didn't you buy it the same day?
No, I bought it the day before.
Okay.
She doesn't need to know that. But remember that Beatles song? I saw him standing there. Did you realize Tiffany did a cover of that?
I'm sorry I brought this up, guys. This is on me.
She saw him standing there. Then, of course, remember that song Radio Romance?
Is that the remake?
Yeah, that's the
remake.
one.
Yeah, she was hot in that video on the beach, doing
man.
Tiffany things.
Oh, I gotta tell you, I asked her 2 questions. I gotta tell you what it was all. I've been looking for these answers for years. You can ask my loving daughter if she were here, she would tell you.
What'd you ask her, Mark?
All right, so I got a meet and greet with Tiffany when we had breakfast, and boy, she can whip up a good omelet. Let me tell you what. So anyway,
what are the questions that you asked
2
her?
questions. I had one question that's bothered me for years, 4 years, and I want you guys to go and you find that I think we're alone now. You find that video, and Tiffany's there singing in the mall because she was doing her mall tour. She's up on the stage dancing by the sheer excitement hair cuttery, and there's some old dude dancing with her, and his comb over is completely hanging down, like we're talking like completely. And the guy's dancing. And that's bothered me for decades. Who the hell is this man?
There wasn't a question there.
Your question was just, who is he?
The question was, who is he? I said, Tiffany, do you know who that guy was? And I got my answer straight from Tiffany's mouth. Not her mouth, but her mouth. She didn't know who he was. He was just the
What
guy.
was the answer?
Well, she doesn't know who he was.
You
He
need
was
to
just
let
the
him answer you. He didn't know.
She didn't know who he was. He was a guy in the crowd, and he was dancing. So the producers brought him up, and they loved him. They put him in the video.
And the second question?
Oh, I asked her if when Weird Al Yankovic did a parody of her "I Think We're Alone Now" song, he sang "I Think I'm a Clone Now." I wondered if if that's when she realized she really made it in the music business. And she said, "Yeah, she was flattered."
Good. Good. Well, I'm glad we.
Do you have a favorite Tiffany song? Anybody out there?
Yeah,
Go ahead and comment your favorite Tiffany song. Radio Romance isn't bad. It doesn't get much airplay.
Tim, where are the standings?
They haven't changed since last week. Let's go.
Did I mention Tiffany? That
Since
makes a good
John
omelet?
Moxley says, don't make
Working on it.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
I don't even want to know what's going on. No, we're going to break. We need a break. We need a break. We're going.
We normally jump right into the question of the week.
Well,
Thank you. There is law and order around here, Matt.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we run up on the end of the
Law
first
and
hour.
order.
There's times we run up on the end of the hour, and that's exactly what happened because we had to listen to a 14-minute story about Tiffany in a mall.
Do we even have to do commercials? I don't think we can even get paid anymore, do we?
No, we have deals that we have to do. You know what? Who's the host here? I'm the goddamn host. We're going to a fucking break, and that's what's happening right now.
Unmute.
Consideration paid for by the following.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
Are you looking for a place to listen to your favorite music and sports? Look no further. WLSN, the Leeb Sports and Music Network, is a web-based music and sports network. Our network was created to provide authentic, high-energy entertainment through live streaming to a national audience. We play popular music while hosting podcasts from all over the world. Curious? Check us out on the web at leebsports.com. That's LEEIB sports.com. Or find us on the TuneIn Radio app. Got Alexa? Just say, Alexa, play WLSN on TuneIn. WLSN is America's #1 blog-themed sports and music network.
Welcome back, 3 Count Thursday, July the 15th, 2021. If you're following along with us live, give it a like and a share. We'd appreciate that. Get as many people in here as possible. Mark, I know you're trying to get me to ask you something about that, and I'm just not going to do it. But
Can I make
clearly
one more comment about Tiffany?
One more.
I think she's listening.
One.
Tiffany,
What is that?
I know you're listening. Tiffany's listening. I just want her to know that you and I could be more than vowels.
Can I quit? Can this be my last show?
This is bullshit.
That can't be seriously one of her songs.
I don't even know what to do about it anymore. We're just, you know what?
It's no wonder she was alone.
The 3 count.
We're alone now. Hey, you know what? Speaking of Tiffany,
No, we weren't. We're not speaking about you know what? Speak about Tiffany. Go ahead. Speak about Tiffany. Get it all out. Get it all out in turn,
It was
Mark.
fun. He just had one statement. Oh, no, there he goes.
Just one. He's still going. He'll gas himself out. So as we continue our month-long salute to the American Independent Wrestling, we asked this week, who is your favorite indie wrestler? Your favorite indie wrestler. So
I'll
anybody-
answer for Mark first while he's going on this tip.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have to tell you, my favorite indie wrestlers are the ones that have harpooned my heart from the first day that I happened to see them. Hi, boys. At a show. And that would be the Sea Stars. I'll tell you, every time you see them in a match, it's a whale of a time.
Thank you, Mark. Matt, do you have your favorite wrestler?
I do. I'm wearing her shirt tonight. It is Lufisto. I was going to go a couple different directions, but I wanted to give the nod to the woman who's been killing it on the independent scene for so long. Jesus Christ.
Just go. Just keep
Keep
going.
going. Keep going. Focus.
Nope,
Keep
I'm
on.
done.
He's done. Ryan.
So
Tim?
I think now would be a good time to bring up independent wrestling sensation Danhausen. We have begun seeing him in Ring of Honor. I think he has created such a fantastic gimmick that is so freaking over. It's only a matter of time till he exclusively signs somewhere. So I'm going to go with Danhausen while I still can.
All right. I think Charlie had commented that Danhausen was his. Tim, you want to go?
I will. And mine's kind of along the same lines of Danhausen to a certain degree, but it is only a matter of time before he is gobbled up and put into contract on a major wrestling promotion, and that is the broadsword of Nazmal Dune, Hollowicked. By far the best independent wrestler on the planet. He is super terrific. He deserves $1 bazillion, and he would get it. He will get it one day. Hollowicked, my favorite professional wrestler on the independents, not named the Boar.
Very good. Just Mark, checking in on you here. Mark, how you doing?
I was just thinking, I think we're alone now. But, we're talking about our favorite indie stars.
Yeah, I think Matt had answered for you.
He said Ed House.
Well, my favorite is
Ed
they
House.
really harpooned my heart from the first time I saw them. When I get to see them again, it's always a whale of a time. Because as you know, not all stars belong in the sky, boys. These stars are from the depths of the ocean. And I got to be talking about the Sea Stars. Do you know what they use to clean their wrestling gear? Tide detergent.
Mute him. Mute him again.
Ridiculous. Wait, I have a question for him before he gets muted. Actual question. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color. I like black.
This isn't a Sea Stars joke. I'm asking you what your favorite color is.
Black's my favorite color.
That is the absence.
Consider that a color.
Can you, Mark? Can you speak up? Your headphones are very quiet compared to your wind blown earbuds.
Should I put the wind blown back in?
You're wind blowing either way right now.
Yeah, you're actually wind blowing with that too. So yeah, put the other ones back.
The other one's back on. We could hear you clearer.
Oh, yeah, let me see if I can find him.
He is a very good professional wrestler.
He's number 2. No, that is a wrestler.
How is he doing, by the way? Do we have an update on him? I know he busted up his leg in Super 8.
I don't. I know
haven't
that
heard much.
He's still rehabbing, I think. Let me look on the Twitter.
Tim, while we're talking about this real quick, and I'm gonna use I don't know. I shouldn't say it the way I'm gonna say it. But you had mentioned Hollowicked, obviously a very good professional wrestler. The way like Chikara ended, do you think that there's like a certain stink about that's just stuck with those wrestlers that they're gonna have to shake? Or do you think like that's a separate thing and they're not guilty by association, and people know that.
Those that were a part of that Chikara group that were the problems are the ones that have been kind of sent about their business.
Okay.
Hallowicked very quickly and swiftly removed himself.
Yep, very well.
He was one of the people who were like, I can no longer coach at the Wrestle Factory.
Correct.
I'm done. Same goes with a very good professional wrestler. I mean, I think even since Chikara, a very good professional wrestler has completely outgrown what Dasher Hatfield was.
What could have been right? I agree.
And Hallowicked is as big as he wants to be.
Okay.
He's starting to finally get back into the independents, and I hope nothing but great things for him.
And like the younger group of Chikara, like Leapfrog has a very Chikara feel to it.
It definitely Camp Leapfrog
that they've hit the ground running fine.
Yeah, they have completely filled the void that Chikara left in its place. So much so that like they're doing the Tag World Grand Prix coming up.
Oh, okay.
They've kind of taken a lot of the Chikara namesake stuff. So it's very good to see that, you know, Chikara, the ideas of Chikara live on beyond Chikara and get repurposed in a different way.
Got it.
My two, I kind of went two on this one, and it's two people that, you know, I think we've become close to. You know, I talk to on a somewhat frequent basis, not as much through the pandemic, but and that's Sean Carr and Andy Weinberg, two people within that we've met and have, you know, a friendship with at shows and away from shows. So those are my two for the question of the week this week. I know we had a Nick Gage in the answers. We had a I think Lee had answered Bro Keller.
Bro's a hell of an athlete.
So,
Yeah.
So some fun answers.
I mean, Devin, I think said Ed
House, right there. So, good
to
answer.
this day, my niece hates Andy Weinberg for ever dumping that cereal on me at the Legacy show. She just brought it up, I don't know, 2 weeks ago when I was talking to her about wrestling stuff.
Wow.
She hates him. If I ever see him, I will go up and I will dump cereal on him.
That's amazing.
And I tried to tell her. I'm
You
like,
had
look,
it coming.
I said, I've even told her, like, I am friends with Andy Weinberg. And, like, I tried to, like, let her know I was totally in on it. She's like, nope, I don't like him. I will never like him.
Why would you?
He is a loser. He is not a winner. She does all of this shit. She loves to hate Andy Weinberg. Never met the guy. Never.
Child, Ryan.
I'm fine with that.
And let her have.
I'm fine with that. I wanted to see how she doesn't matter to her.
Smokey, you tried to smarten her up to the business.
It's real to her, damn it.
Cornette would blast you with his tennis racket.
Not anymore.
Cornette can't pick his tennis racket up with his weak ass wrists.
Did you tell her the tooth fairy isn't real while you're at it, Ryan?
Mark, you shut your pie hole.
Mark, that's reckless. You don't know who's watching this show.
Well, it doesn't matter. Ryan would probably talk about Santa and the Easter Bunny too.
Might as well. And Hanukkah
Monster.
Harry. You are a monster, Smokey.
And what, Mark?
And what?
Hanukkah Harry.
Nope. I draw the line on Hanukkah Harry.
What about what was that the old Jewish grandmother doll thing we had in the I think I still hold on. I think I have.
Wait, is Hanukkah Harry a real fucking thing?
He brings toys for Hanukkah to the good Jewish kids.
Shut up, Mark. You're not. No.
Look, go ahead, throw it in your Google machine. Hanukkah Harry.
Ryan, you're kind of a bully. I've never really noticed until just today.
Ryan, why you gotta be such a bully?
Oh, what's that?
Ask Bubby.
Does she still work?
She still works.
Oh,
Make sure you
Bubby
bring a
always wants to
sweatshirt.
stay warm. There she is.
Jim, bring a sweatshirt.
There we go. Ask Booby.
But-
Still around.
Oh, Tim, my favorite color, if it's not black, is purple. Is okay.
Yep, great job, Tim.
Tim, you're mute.
We should just let Tim do this for a while one time before smartening him up right away.
Poor Tim. He's a nice man.
I'm trying to do other things for the show.
Tim, I
I'm
like
trying to make
purple.
money
Tim,
for this company.
What do you think I do?
Purple.
Threaten to leave.
You come up with an idea and then you struggle to see it through.
You're not wrong at all.
All right.
By the way, love what's happening with Matt Cardona and Nick Gage. Some of the exchanges that they're having. If you're not smartened up to it, Cardona is wrestling Nick Gage at their homecoming show coming up. Just put out a list of like demands for when he gets there, what he wants in his dressing room, and after the show. So it's really really good stuff. PBR's involved somehow. I don't know. I don't know.
PBR.
Are they with Matt? Maybe.
Yeah, they sponsor like his podcast or something.
Got it.
Because there was like even like a commercial or something made with him and Chelsea and Hawkins.
Hawk and Animal.
Yeah, Hawk and Animal.
Hawk and Animal are coming back.
Yeah, they're like the major figure pod or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, I've seen Nick Gage like tweeting at.
So when they plug PBR, it's because they get money, but when we plug Zoa, it's because.
Yes.
Got it.
Because I'm trying, damn it.
Tim is working for internet clout, which is
Ryan,
almost as good as currency these days.
Like, I don't see you plugging whatever beverage you're drinking.
Look, I said I could put my finger in Black Level Pro. How much more do you want?
You only held the sprees up for like a millisecond.
It was Spree. I also had a slushy from Turkey Hill, and I'm drinking delicious Deer Park. Drink Deer Park. It's 100% natural spring water from 1987. Wait, 1873. I just made that fucking number up totally.
1987.
1873.
I heard that Deer Park bottle cost you about $1.
God,
I fucking hate this show sometimes.
Don't we have an award show to do without any awards to actually give out?
Yeah. Yes or no question. Do we want to predict Impact Slammiversary?
No.
All right, moving on.
Is that
It'll be a great show.
It'll be a great show. Isn't there like a
do their best?
Okay, we'll predict.
Do you have the matches?
I do.
All right, let's just run them down real quick. You have to tell us everybody who's involved because no one's going to know.
Eddie Edwards versus W. Morrissey.
Morrissey.
Edwards.
Morrissey, the singer.
See, this is why it won't go quickly.
That's fair.
Right. No,
you control the tempo, Jim.
Stop. The only thing we're predicting. There's one thing we're going to predict for Impact. Deonna Purrazzo is
not going to watch.
Is facing a to be announced opponent. Who do you think that opponent will be?
King Kong. Awesome Kong.
King Kong.
Matt?
Ruby Riott.
Tim?
Mickey James.
That's who I got. Mark?
Boy, I got to think here for a second. It's let's
Just say one of the Steve Stars. Come on.
Yeah, I'll say Ashley Vox.
All right. So that's Impact Slammiversary.
Is there a champion? Is Omega wrestling on this?
Probably. He's probably going to win. Bang, bang, hoppy, skippy. Sammy Callahan, he's facing.
Oh, yeah. Kenny's going to win.
Yeah, finger gun McFinger bang or whatever Cornette calls him. Devin says awesome Kong. So good job.
Awesome
you
Kong.
and Devin, you guys are right on the same wavelength every single time.
Hey, what if it's Becky Lynch? Maybe she's jumping ship.
I will wear a pink wig on this show next week.
What if it's the Iconics?
Oh, it could be.
Could be one of them.
Iconics.
All right, yeah, let's do the awards.
It would be nice if Are they having any war game matches at Slammiversary?
War games! War games! War games! War games!
That was so far removed from my mind. That's why I love Mark.
I'm sorry, Tim. Tim, I like purple. I
Mike,
like purple.
Mike is rooting for Sammy Callahan. I mean, I'm rooting.
Hi, Mike.
For Sammy Callahan, I guess.
Is anyone going to watch it?
No.
I'm on vacation.
Is it on? Is it on Impact Plus?
I've got kids.
I would hope so.
It's on the Super Box. If you guys have a Super Box.
No, I like. No, I don't. All right, let's go to these. The End-Emmy.
Like, how do you even order it? Is it on like Fight TV?
I think
they just show it on their Twitch channel, right?
No, I don't think they do. They don't do pay-per-views on Twitch. I think it's on Impact Plus, and I think it is on
Fight TV. I just looked,
and it's on standard pay-per-view.
Oh, it's only $40. Yeah, I might get it.
Wow, that's like 39 too many, but whatever.
So you have to pick up a cable box from your cable supplier.
No, Mark,
TV.
1987. Oh, Mike, they're traveling through the Bronx right now. They were in New Haven, Connecticut earlier, so
Connecticut's beautiful this time of year.
How about the Bronx?
All right,
real quick, while we're talking about Impact, Scott D'Amore. This is from Sean Ross Sapp. Hi, Sean. He's a great guy. Scott D'Amore teased Laurel Van Ness, the Iconics, Mickey James, and No Way Jose as Deonna Purrazzo's Slammiversary opponent. So maybe one of them.
No Way Jose.
That's what Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful talked about. And Sean Ross Sapp at Sean Ross Sapp never lies.
No Way Jose as Deonna Purrazzo's opponent for the Knockouts Championship.
And this is why I always have a bad attitude. I'm just the messenger, and I feel like I'm getting shot.
I'm just no. I'm not.
I mean, if any company is going to do the intergender for a title, it would be TNA.
No way, Jose.
No way. Si, senor.
Okay, so back in December,
Mark, how much Spanish do you actually know?
Jesus.
Well, I took 2 years in high school with Mrs. Discavage, and
That's a Spanish-sounding name.
I see. Her husband taught algebra there, and one time I said, "Does your wife ever, yell at you in Spanish?" And he says, "Mr."
Okay.
I wanted to hear the end of this actually.
Let's get to these awards.
All right, let's do it.
Back in December, we did the Pandemmies. Now that we've reached the end of the AEW, already back on the road. Ryan, this past Monday, I know you really had a hard time with it, but the WWE Thunderdome is no more. It has been disassembled. They are out of Florida. WWE is back on the road starting tomorrow night with SmackDown and heading forward here. So I thought let's do a couple of categories. We focused on a lot of like the best ofs when we did the Pandemmies back in December. So these are a few of the worst ofs. Now we did do some positive ones as well, but these I kind of looked at some of the worst of. So but the first one, let's Mark, how'd that story go?
Did you didn't hear the end of it?
No, we got it. It was a great story. Best story ever today.
So he swears at her in algebra. She yells at him in Spanish.
Perfect.
He was the math teacher.
Yes, yeah, because I remember that from the beginning. So let's look at the full pandemic era of professional wrestling here. The most surprising moment of the pandemic era. Dear God, I'm going to start with you, Mark. What is the most surprising moment of the pandemic era?
My gosh, the most surprising moment. Didn't Shane McMahon have a match in the pandemic era?
Yeah. This Shane.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar.
All right. Probably the most surprising, and not in a good way, was that awful the zombies that injured Miz. That was surprising, just terrible.
Yeah, I'll get to that. I will get to
I
that
would have
for sure.
never ever thought that would happen. But hey, here we are. Zombies.
Yeah, I think he does. Tim needs a hug.
Oh, Tim. Tim, I'm sending you a virtual hug.
Matt, what was the your most surprising moment?
That was actually mine, not just because of the stupidity of it, but it finally got Jim to give a 0 to something WWE
The zombies,
related.
yeah.
That was so
That is
bad.
shocking.
Is that your real answer?
Yes.
All right, Ryan, what was yours?
The most shocking moment is when Sting showed up on AEW unannounced and actually shocked wrestling fans.
All right, Tim.
He went around and gave everybody the shocker.
The passing of Brody Lee.
Oh.
That's
sad.
Mine, and it's just I if I go back to the beginning of it, I don't think I thought this was going to happen ever, much less in this year, was The Miz becoming WWE champion.
That's good.
Then we go to the best and worst cinematic matches. Of course, these kind of became a staple there for a while for WWE. AEW threw their hand into there as well.
Just an honorable moment, real quick, for a surprising moment. A WrestleMania with 0 fans.
One fan. It was in the ceiling.
Oh, it was that one fan.
Yeah, one big fan up there in the
That's
ceiling.
a big ass fan.
The big ass fan. But yeah, no, I mean that
was like my backup.
Yeah.
In case
Yeah,
somebody else said
definitely.
Sting.
It's Sting.
So best and worst cinematic matches. My best, I go back to it made my top match of the year last year, Boneyard match. We've talked at length about that. My worst actually was the NXT Backlot Brawl with Adam Cole, Bebe, and Redacted. I love the original Backlot Brawl, and what we got was nothing close to what I was expecting. It didn't hit, and then of course Redacted as well. So, Tim, your best and worst of the cinematic matches.
Best is always gonna kind of go to the Boneyard match with The Undertaker and AJ Styles, and the worst cinematic match will be featured from Extreme Rules Horror Show.
That would be the horror show at Extreme Rules.
Wyatt Family Boogaloo Swamp Boogaloo Jamboree, where Braun Strowman lost his hair thanks to the Bayou Cajun waters of the Boomhauer. God bless. I hate that match. Oh my God. I didn't even want to talk about it, but golly, the Boogaloo Shrimp Kebab Brie. It would have been better if they would have had a crawdad eating contest. Instead, we had Braun Strowman looking at Braun Strowman, and then there was some underwater boogie.
I'm still just mad that we didn't get a cameo from ZZ in
Goddamn Alligator.
Ryan, what was your best and worst cinematic?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Boneyard match here as the best. Man, just what an awesome match! I actually watched that the other day just to watch something. And the worst was the Viking Prophets versus like Akira Tozawa and the Ninjas on Raw that one time. They ended up in like a dumpster, and there was like a giant octopus or something in that match. And
was that also at the horror show at Extreme?
No, that was like at Raw.
Yeah, it was just a random.
That was real bad.
Oh, I thought that started
random.
at a pay-per-view, and then
It started in the pay-per-view, but then the actual match, I believe, took place with Raw the next night. Perhaps it was not good. It was booty, as the kids say.
Cheeks.
Oh, is it Cheeks now?
Say.
Oh, we just say Cheeks
now. Shit, I'm way behind.
My bad. I didn't
Matt,
know that.
your best and worst of these cinematic matches.
I mean, it's hard to argue with the Boneyard match, but I'm still going to choose the Firefly Funhouse just because they did the right thing with that one too. I think it could have ended better than it did, but I still enjoyed it overall, and I enjoyed like the build up to it and the overall. The worst one is going to come from AEW, and that was Britt Baker versus Big Swole in the tooth and nail match.
I forgot
that
about it.
Was awful.
I actually forgot about that one. That's
awful.
You know what?
I was actually kind of looking forward to it, and it just sucked.
You know how bad an AEW match has to be when I don't even remember it happened to shit on it. That's how bad it was.
That's actually fair.
Aaron, Mark, your best and worst of the cinematic matches.
Well, the best was the Boneyards, for sure. And then when Tim was talking about the Boogaloo shrimp and pogo sticks, my mind took me back there oh so quick. So the
I absolutely love that reference. It's one of the greatest pop songs of all time. Easily my favorite boy band song.
Oh man, Ryan, I like it when you laugh when I tell a joke, and you like fun dip and cherry Coke.
All right, don't abuse it, Mark.
But the worst, I was going with that that Bayou match down there in the bayous of Louisiana. But boy, I'll tell you what, that dentist office match was horrendous. So boy, it's tough to pick a winner in that. I think I'd have to side with the that dentist office waiting room brawl or whatever it was called. With
I mean, they were both terrible.
Oh my God, they were horrendous. They really were.
They both were pretty bad. Devin said the Firefly Funhouse was his. The worst was the swan fight.
Yeah, they put the swans in the ring, and the swans it was like a cockfight, but with swans.
No, it was they cloned Miss Swan from Mad TV. And she fought herself.
Hey, Mark, you got another fan there. That's Joe's go-to.
That's a hell of a song, Joe.
Karaoke
so
song.
good. And it's in right now. It's summertime.
All right, let's go to the worst match of the pandemic era. The worst match that you can think of from the last approximately 15 or so months. Mark, we'll start with you.
Goldberg.
just
Goldberg versus anybody.
Just Goldberg.
Just Goldberg versus anybody. So bad. So bad. It was Goldberg and Drew, wasn't it?
Yeah, from Royal Rumble.
So bad.
That's not even the worst Goldberg match of the pandemic.
Was he? Oh yeah, because he was in WrestleMania with Braun.
Yes.
Oh, that
that
was
match
worse.
was
Yeah,
infinitely
you're right.
worse.
You're right.
The
That
Drew one,
was,
at least Drew just kicked his ass.
that was horrendous. Terrible.
Mark says Goldberg.
Just Goldberg
Matt.
in general. I hope he never comes back.
Oh boy. Don't watch Raw on Monday.
Why? Oh, Goldberg. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just let the cat out of the bag right now. And that cat is hissing, Mark.
Ron, you had cat scratch fever.
Mike's right there with you, Mark. He's
Hard to
Goldberg.
argue that, but I will still say this match was my least favorite. I know some people enjoyed it. It was Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, where we had the towel. It's fine. It's fine. If you guys like that cheesy shit, then that's fine. And that's why you're getting Goldberg back, and you all deserve it.
I got no problem with Goldberg.
I know you don't.
Unreal.
Getting Goldberg.
Ryan.
Poor Matt.
This I had to look this up because it feels like forever ago. Any match from Raw Underground.
Oh. Who was the host of Raw Underground? Do you remember?
My God, no.
When I went, I had to go back because there was a question in the Ask 3CT section. I had to go back and catch our year-end thing. And Tim on his top 5 matches, gave his top 5 matches and then his top 5 Raw Underground matches.
Yes, it's great.
Christ.
Which was fantastic, by the way. But Tim, your worst match of the pandemic era.
I would try to go for an eye on Matt here and say that my least favorite match was Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair from WrestleMania.
That wouldn't upset me as much, though.
Well, my least favorite match from the entire pandemic. It's probably got to be Braun Strowman and Goldberg. It's probably got to be. Like, that was just bad.
I'm not finished with you.
I can't wait till he shows up and he's the big surprise in AEW because they keep using the word big. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Do they really keep saying that, or is that still just dirt?
I mean, that was the word Meltzer used, was bigger than Andrade. Bigger than Andrade.
Is
so
Meltzer like part of AEW?
Yes.
I mean,
contracted.
Unofficially, yes.
Okay, so it's not technically someone from AEW saying this is bigger. I'm just curious because, like, the question was posed: how would you feel if someone said, "Well, this is bigger than you"? And I would feel bad if, like, my boss said that or someone within the company.
Right, like, I don't think
on the internet said that. Then I don't really give.
Right, like, I don't think this came from Tony Khan. Like, at least I haven't seen it presented as from Tony Khan.
So then it was just
it'll
a
be
non-story. It was just a way to pick. Got it. Understood.
You guys, I love you guys, but you got this question wrong. The worst match of the pandemic era was the goddamn zombie fucking lumberjack match. That's not a debate. Goldberg, as shitty as his matches were, lost both of them. Zombie lumberjack match. That's the answer.
He's right, you know.
Zero.
My heart.
F. A 0 F. 0. That's how. That's the grade it got from me.
0.0.
0. Nothing. It was horrible.
Jim, is that the worst thing WWE's ever done?
It's well, no.
There.
Like, I mean,
it's up there.
It's up there. That was fucking awful. Like, when I can't find a way to justify something WWE did.
I mean, they got paid a lot of money for that.
They did, but, like, I feel like at some point,
typically, Jim, you're look, they had to make cutbacks, so this is a way for them
to. That's the most amazing part about this, because normally it's like, look, somebody's paying you money, but at some point you got to go. Can we not do this? Like, and I get, like, it's not for me as a 36-year-old guy, but fuck, it was bad. It was so fucking bad. Devin got this right. He said he's right there with me. I like Mike's style. Mox versus Omega, the exploding ring. I definitely
that match was
real good.
The match was good. The ending was bad. Like, I'm not going to penalize the whole match because the match was good.
I didn't even pay for that match, guys. It was so bad.
You watch it on the Super
I didn't pay for it.
I did in Spanish.
All right, let's go to the next one. The worst
You should hear
feud.
Jim Ross in Spanish.
What is dud in Spanish?
El Dado.
Right.
Here's Spanish right there.
This
Worst
is Discavenge. Are you listening?
worst feud of the era. Mine, Sean Spears versus Being Cool. No. R-Truth versus Tozawa and his team of ninjas. Because that was just goddamn ridiculous too. And it went on for way too long. Just way too fucking long. Tim.
Retribution versus the WWE.
Okay. That's a good one too.
Because the best way to bring them down is for all of us to sign contracts and be official Raw superstars.
How terrible.
Gotta destroy it from the inside, Tim.
Don't
Like
give
the
a shit.
NWO.
NWO never signed WWE contracts.
That's true, brother.
Ryan, your
You know what?
worst.
My answer is not as good as what Tim said, so I will officially change my answer to Retribution versus the WWE. Actually, the worst feud I had written down was me versus this fucking show every week. That's actually what I wrote down.
Ron,
But
you're losing.
Retribution is probably a better, more fitting answer. So, T-Bar, Joint Pain, I don't know, Asparagus, whatever the fuck their names were.
Asparagus.
T-Bone.
You were right.
Slapdick, T-Bone, asparagus.
Matt, your worst feud of the pandemic era.
The one that just did absolutely nothing for me was Lana versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Especially because it just went.
I feel like you didn't give it a chance, though.
No.
What about Nia's
Probably
Hole?
fair. That's the best thing to come out of it.
Mark, what did you say?
The best thing to come out of Nia's Hole was the feud. Is that what you said, Matt?
Yes.
Where is it? Mark. Mark.
All right.
Worst feud.
Tim's going to get upset, so you might want to take your headphone off. But legitimately, the worst feud was Shane McMahon and Braun. That whole
that was bad.
That was actually bad.
Don't call me stupid. Come on. What is this, kindergarten?
Yeah,
Don't
that.
call me stupid.
Honorable mention
No,
for
we'll
me
call you
went
fired.
went to Seth and the Mysterios.
Oh, that was
Oh, the
awful,
telenovela.
Yeah.
Devin says the Fiend versus Randy Orton.
Ooh,
Devin, that's your first warning, my guy. That is your first warning. All right. The worst moment of the era. Mark, we'll start with you.
Oh man, the worst moment. We already talked enough about the zombies, but that was
Pretty much it.
that was my top worst moment. I don't know if you get any worse than that.
I mean, you
horrendous.
can repeat her. You know, there are shows and movies and things that win multiple awards, so you can go repeat her.
Boy, I hate to keep sticking with that one, but I don't think there's anything worse. I mean, the whole Retribution angle falling apart was up there, and they started out promising. Yeah, I'll have to stick. I hate to do it because we already talked about the zombies, but I'm going to go with the Cranberries and Zombie.
There you go, Matt.
Just to change things up a little bit, I will say the eye scene from the Rollins Mysterio match.
All right, I got you. Ryan,
Or sorry, the fishing,
the fishing bobber.
They got popped out.
The fishing what?
Bobber.
Bob.
Bobber.
Bob.
Oh, come on, now it's locking up on me. Ryan.
Yeah, it's hard to argue the zombies here again, but to change things up, I'll go a different direction. I think the worst moment, it's bad for reasons that it's not like obviously bad like the zombies were, but the Undertaker's retirement in front of 0 fans, I think, is a really shitty moment. That I don't know. We had like those little coils, but that it just it didn't hit for me. I didn't like much of it. So Taker retiring in front of nobody's got to be the worst moment for me.
I do sincerely hope that he will get that he'll have. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but I feel like if you're ever going to have a single person induction. And I don't know that they will do it, but if you're ever going to have a single person induction again, he's the one. And I think because that's how the career ended. Your last match was with no fans. Your retirement was with no fans. Like, to me, that's like as good as you can get with the make good is to give him a Hall of Fame all of his own and let him have that moment WrestleMania weekend. I think that's That would be a great way to do it. But yeah, that's a good one, Ryan. That's a good one. Tim.
Not one, not two, but 3 rounds of budget cuts by the WWE during the pandemic.
It's fair. That's fair. You know, we talked about those at length, and yeah, that's true. Mine is this one's kind of a joking one, but the Miz getting hurt in the goddamn zombie lumberjack match. The guy who's wrestled for like over a decade and has never gotten hurt and never hurts anybody gets hurt in a goddamn zombie match. But in actuality, the passing of Brody Lee and wrestling fans, and I know it's a minority of them, but wrestling fans hating on -1 like being a part of AEW, like just don't. If you're that guy, and I get it, everybody gets to make their own choice, don't be that guy. Like, I think what AEW is doing for Brody Lee's family and for his son is awesome, and having that group of people to help him and help them, it's fantastic. I don't see how you can dislike that in any way. So the passing of Brody Lee is my worst moment of the era. Mike says breaking up the Hurt Business is his worst. Yeah, definitely wasn't a fan of that one. I guess Devin going back to justifying the Fiend versus Randy Orton because they didn't have the Fiend win. And then finally, the last category for the End-Emmy Award End-Emmy Awards is wrestler who benefited the most. Oh, we got a good one for worst moment. Gronk. Just Gronk.
Oh my God, that was like forever ago.
He was him and Mojo Rawley. Like, he was the host.
Man, if you would have asked, I would have thought that was 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Like, seriously, I mean, 15 months, but
wow.
WrestleMania in a empty performance center feels much longer than 15 months ago. Much longer. Wow. But wrestler who benefited most from the pandemic era, and for me, it's kind of a tie. And one, head of the table, Roman Reigns. I still stand by. I don't think we get I don't think we get this Roman Reigns without the Thunderdome in the pandemic era. And also, Bobby, I think the Hurt Business and everything they did there. I don't know if we get that, or if we get it the same way, or if it's received the same way. So Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns are the wrestlers who benefited the most, in my opinion, from the pandemic era. Tim.
Biggest who
benefited the most?
Bailey.
Okay. I almost went Bailey. I think she was WWE's MVP for the entire period. Ryan.
I went with a wrestler who got away with a ton of shit that I think benefited him throughout the pandemic because there weren't fans present, and that is Bray Wyatt and The Fiend. They were able to do stuff like, I don't know, set himself on fire in an insane Inferno match, which nobody mentioned, but a match that was visually things I never thought I would see in a WWE ring, let alone a wrestling match, just in general. Just amazing what they were able to do without fans for The Fiend. It's kind of a bummer that whatever happened here at the end, mental issues, whatever, kind of took them off the road to come out of the pandemic with a bit of momentum. But The Fiend, I love what they did with it. And on the flip side, hate everything that they're doing with Alexa Bliss.
So you haven't bought your Lily doll yet?
Never. No. Awful.
Merry Christmas. Matt, how about you? Wrestler who benefited most.
Actually going to say Alexa Bliss just because that whole storyline of her with the Fiend, I think, was some of the most watch moments in Raw that we saw during the pandemic. And like Ryan said, we don't get those moments if there's a live crowd. I think she benefited just as much as he did. And considering that she still kind of has this storyline going on, like it or hate it, she's benefiting from it.
Yeah, I mean that when they did that initial run, 'cause that was still back in the Performance Center. That was even pre Thunderdome. Like that was yeah, that was great stuff there. Mark, who is your wrestler who benefited the most?
Hi, boys. Let's see, I'm just going to go with Roman Reigns because he's a heel. And I don't know if we really got that heel Roman Reigns if there was still fans there, is what I'm saying. I don't know. I think he still would have had a little bit of a pop from the fans. But he is a heel.
He's a heel. Devin says Roman Reigns. Mike has Bailey, says she was the pandemic MVP. Joe says the deliciousness that is Austin Theory. And because Devin also says the Fiend. So Fiend and Roman Reigns for him as well. Who benefited the most? Because nobody had any AEW. Who benefited the most in AEW, would you say? Because, I mean, I know they're a little bit different because they've had fans back even at Daly's Place for a while. But do you think there's anybody that benefited the most down there? I mean, I think Darby Allin may be the star that has kind of come out of this the biggest, but
that's a good question.
Yeah, I was trying to think of that too, and nobody was jumping out at me.
No, Britt Baker. I think she to me feels as big in AEW right now as anybody.
I feel like she was
Jungle
and
Boy.
Jungle Boy were both on that trajectory, pandemic or not.
Yeah.
That I mean that's the tough part. Like I don't know anybody that strictly benefited.
Mike says Dark Order.
See, that was my initial thought, but I mean, it's a shame how they've benefited from that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's
it's hard.
that's wild. Jericho, because people are singing his theme song now, and like that, the absence of that. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe
That's
yeah, I don't
tough.
know. And is it do they feel different because they've had fans for months? Like we don't, even though they were at Daly's Place and for a while it was a minimal crowd, but do we look at their pandemic era differently because it wasn't in front of virtual screens?
Yeah, I mean they didn't get as many freedoms, I guess you could say too, that the WWE got because there were crowds.
Yeah. All right. Unless anybody any other thoughts to kind of wrapping up the pandemic era before we move on to Money in the Bank this coming weekend.
The only other thing would be the same question posed for NXT, but they've always kind of incorporated a smattering of fans, and I can't think of anybody that's overly benefited from that in NXT either.
No, I mean, I think the only person that I think really kind of came into their own that wasn't not even that she wasn't on that course before the pandemic, but Raquel Gonzalez, I think is kind of your newest star. Like otherwise, EO and Balor and the Undisputed Era and Cole Kyle and all of that, like. Yeah, they were all major players before the pandemic, but Raquel probably sticks out to me. But
Pat McAfee, but I feel like he was on that trajectory just the same.
Mike has Xia Li here as of late.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree with that one a little bit.
Mercedes Martinez for not being part of Retribution for more than like 13 hours.
Well, that's true. Let's see. Lee here says 2 guys, non-WWE or AEW. He have watched a lot of online Warhorse and Danhausen. I think Danhausen has absolutely kind of become a star throughout this era, 100%. And I mean, it sounds funny, but like, I mean, I was aware of like, of who Danhausen was, but I never even like really like paid
So
much
good.
attention. And then, I mean, I listen to Jim Cornette podcast most weeks, and like somebody had ordered a Danhausen cameo for Jim Cornette. They sent it to Cornette and they played it on there. And like Cornette thought it was freaking hilarious. I thought it was fantastic. So like that helped like get me going down the Danhausen.
So I'm assuming Cornette hated it, but appreciated the gimmick.
Cornette's never seen Danhausen wrestle.
Okay.
So Cornette loved the Danhausen cameo. So I'm
Got
assuming if he ever sees him wrestle, it'll go the other way. But yeah,
I mean, he's not a bad wrestler, so don't take us thinking that.
No,
way.
but
He's not a bad wrestler.
Cornette's all about like he's
It's just not
old
chain
school.
wrestling Cornette.
Big guys, chain wrestling, all of that. When men look like men, like all those old assholes say. All right, let's go to this Sunday, and this one's where Houston's tomorrow night. Where's Money in the Bank? I forgot to even look where Money in the Bank is.
Money in the Bank, Fort Worth, Texas.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Beautiful Dickies Arena.
I've just gotten so used to wrestling pay-per-views being in one place, but Fort Worth, Texas, 8:00 this Sunday night. I'm sure the pre-show will be at 7. We got 6 matches. Let's start at the bottom here. You have AJ Styles and Omos defending the Raw Tag Team titles against the Viking Raiders. Eric and Ivar. I'm going to go Viking Raiders here. I think we're going to see the titles change hands, and I think we'll see AJ start to go out on his own now. But I got the Raiders. Tim.
AJ and Almost.
Okay. Ryan.
The Raiders.
Matt.
AJ and Almost.
And in turn, Mark.
I think Oakland's going to take it.
Vegas,
but close enough.
I'm
Oakland, Vegas.
thankful you knew that, Mark.
Right, I was even amazed that he got Oakland. Devin's got the Raiders as well. Then we go to Rhea Ripley defending the Raw Women's title against Charlotte Flair. Stop me if you've heard this before.
This is a fresh matchup. I'm real excited.
Right,
for
I
this
gotta
one.
love it. Intern Mark, let's start with you. Ripley or Charlotte Flair?
Well, I got to go with Ripley.
All right.
Ripples is going to do it.
Ripples. Fudge Ripples.
Or peanut butter Ripples.
Or peanut butter Ripples. Matt.
Steal Mark's shtick from him. Believe it or not, Ripley.
Ryan.
God, something stupid Mark would say. Yeah, Don Rickles.
Don Rickles.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley.
All right.
In some sort of fuckery, though. I don't think it's going to be a clean finish.
Oh, cool. So we'll get the payoff. It's like Tim.
Charlotte.
And I got Charlotte as well because, I guess. I mean, Devin.
Yeah.
That's about all I have to say. No. All right, let's do title matches. We have Bobby Lashley defending against Kofi Kingston. I mean, I love Kofi Mania and everything, but
Bobby.
Yeah. After the close of the Thunderdome, I think it's Lashley's to take here. Tim.
Bobby Lashley.
Bob.
Ryan.
I love the close of Raw, and I think that is what's going to be the downfall. Kofi Kingston.
Whoa! All right.
I'm sorry if that upsets you.
No, it doesn't upset me at all. I'd be fine with another Kofi
You
title.
sound
run.
upset.
No, totally.
You're right. All right, Bobby Lashley. I changed my
No,
mind.
Ryan, no, you don't have to change it.
You making me change it, Bobby Lashley. You made me change it.
Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna pick Kofi as well, but seeing how upset Jim just got, I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley as well.
All right.
Safe choice, Tim. Matt.
Mark, who do you got here?
I'm going to go with Oliver's cousin.
Bobby.
Bobby.
All right, very good. Devin also has
Bobby.
Then we go to the singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. The head of the table, Roman Reigns, defending against Etch. Intern Mark, who do you got here?
I got to go with the head of the table.
Smart.
Roman Reigns.
Smart. Matt, who do you got?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense here for me to put the belt on Etch. As cool of a moment as that would be, I think it would go to Roman.
Ryan.
Yeah, I think that would be a really cool moment. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep guessing fuckery finishes. So Etch will win. Roman Reigns leaves the champion because Daniel Bryan comes back and does some fuckery.
Okay.
What if Christian interferes in the match?
I have no idea who that is.
Christian used to wrestle in WWE, Jim.
I know, but he's dead to me. Tim.
I'm going to Man.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. You kick off this weekend. I think it would be one of the surprises of the year if
What the fuck
Etch.
is Mark doing?
You're not watching the video.
I feel like we need to freeze frame that and put that on a fucking shirt. Unbelievable.
Give me a second.
Did his screen?
Can you make him big screen, Jim? Is that a possibility?
I don't know.
Well, his screen didn't freeze because he's blinking.
Let me see. No, I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Oh my god! What in the? Okay, what?
Got it.
You got it. All right.
I quit. I really do.
I would love it. I think it'd be a surprising moment of the year if Etch were to become the Universal Champion, but I just no. It's going to be Roman, and I mean, Devin is Roman as well.
What if Christian interferes, Jim? Because they were a team.
They were a team.
You're right.
True.
You're right.
Yeah, we just lost him.
Oh, come on, you son of a bitch!
That was Mark's 5-second pose.
It was. What the hell is
Where'd
happening?
my head go? Oh, there it is.
Oh, and I lost our background. Everything's falling
boys.
apart. All right, let's go to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match for a women's championship match at any time on a cash-in. Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Ash, Liv Morgan, Zelina Vega, Natalya, and announced this afternoon, Tamina is your final entrant into
Nobody Mina.
I'm actually gonna go with a bit of a surprise pick. I think I think a lot of people I've seen on social media have been calling for this one. I think it'd be a really cool way to go about it. I like Liv Morgan to come out of Money in the Bank as your Money in the Bank winner. Tim, let's go to you next.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Oh boy. I literally don't have a clue, so I'm just gonna go Alexa Bliss.
All right, Ryan.
It's a safe answer.
It's a safe answer. I don't know. This match looks like cheeks. Is that what we say? No cap. I don't know.
Why does it look like cheeks?
I don't know. Tamina's going to bring her killer instinct into this match.
Don't put it out there, Ryan.
See, it's going to happen. Nikki Ash, just what a fucking awful. Just awful. I don't give a shit. God, Naomi.
Okay, I was saying, can you just pick one? Matt, who do you got?
I was also going to say live, but I know how upset you get when people pick the same
No,
person as your surprise pick. I can already see the beads of angry sweat forming.
No, that's just because I'm fat.
That's the Stromboli he had before the show.
Yeah, that's just the wings I had before I came down here. And
Fat.
They brought her back for a reason, Zelina Vega.
all right, I'd be fine with that. Intern Mark back from the dead again.
I don't know what happened. Everything just went blah.
Who do you got? Women's Money in the Bank, Mark. Do you need me to read off the?
Nope.
Nope. No, I like Zelina Vega a lot, and I'd like to see her take that title.
Did you change headphones again too?
Yeah. I did, and I picked up my Tiffany meet and greet VIP pass.
Of course you did.
Jesus Christ.
Devin has Naomi picking up the win, and then we
Hey,
go to
Devin,
the main.
did you know Naomi is I moan backwards?
I moan.
All right, men's Money in the Bank. Ricochet, John Morrison, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Big E, Kevin Owens, King Nakamura, and Seth Rollins. Mark, we'll start with you.
I think Big Edward Langston. I think it's his time. Is Otis in this one?
He's not. Poor
Okay.
Wild,
poor
right?
Otis. Not in this one.
Oh, yes, Chucky, we have our top suspect. Oh, Chucky. Nothing makes a person more happier than a whole lot of meat inside of them.
That sounds like something Ryan would say.
Awful character.
Shot, big boy.
Matt, who do you got?
I also have Big Edward Langston
All right.
taking the
I bet
briefcase.
Otis is a sausage guy.
I'm a sausage guy.
Ryan.
Why is Otis coming for the sausage?
He was invited to come.
In my face.
Why am I coming?
Ryan, who do you got?
It's a great question, Jim. I have Riddle because I feel like he needs one more prop with his scooter. Have him scoot around with the briefcase. It'll really piss
US
Randy
title.
Orton off. I think that'll be fun.
Tim.
It's got to be Big Langston.
I would love Langston. My official pick is Riddle. I think Riddle is going to be one of the biggest stars coming with the fans coming back this weekend and moving forward. I'd be fine with basically I'd be fine with anybody but Drew McIntyre at this point.
Jim, you're not joking. You're okay with Riddle?
Oh, for God's sakes. Devin's right there with us, with me. Anybody with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, God forbid we shine a little bit of a light on the guy that carried the entire Raw during the pandemic.
I mean, I'm
Drew McAvoy
for the run that Drew McIntyre had, but
he should quit and go to AEW is what you're saying?
Not what I'm saying at all, actually.
That's what I heard.
What it sounded like you were hinting at.
No, I don't want that for anybody.
You think he should just stop wrestling altogether?
No, I don't.
I mean, I'm assuming he has a wife, maybe he has kids, Jim.
Okay, he's no Rhino. Let's go ahead. Let's give a preemptive grade for Money in the Bank on Sunday. I'll go B minus. I'll go B minus for this Sunday. Tim.
I'm gonna go an A. Money in the Bank is usually the hard reset of the WWE, so I'm expecting something really nice.
Ryan.
Yeah, the WWE is really going to control this, and not necessarily for the matches, in my opinion, but for whatever player or two gets brought back as some sort of surprise on the pay-per-view. We'll go with a solid B, but really close to a B plus, 86.
All right on the line. Matt.
I'll go with the B minus. I think that's fair.
And Mark.
I'm going to go ahead and give it a B plus. And let me tell you why. Because the fans will be there, and the fans are going to be going banana. B plus.
They will be. Devin says B plus as well. And then before we close up tonight, we did run the Ask 3CT. Been a little while since we did one of these. We got some responses here. Peyton asks us, will Roman Reigns lose the Universal title in 2021? I say no. Tim?
No.
Ryan?
No, there's no need to have for him to lose the championship.
Matt?
Yes.
Ooh. Do you have a to whom?
Goldberg.
Wrong brand. Nice try.
Hey.
We'll see.
Goldberg knows the brands.
You can go on all brands. Mark, will Roman Reigns lose the Universal title in 2021?
I'm still a little shocked we have a female listener.
Oh, this Peyton is a male.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God,
never mind.
Peyton Manning listens to the show.
He does. It's
Peyton
awesome.
Manning. Now will Goldberg?
I love that discount double check thing he does.
No. The answer is no.
All right.
Honest to God, I'd be more excited to see Goldberg's kid than actually Goldberg come back and wrestle at this point. His kid's grown up and actually like, oh God damn it.
He can wrestle Nicholas.
Zach, this is the Zach that's working his way through our full catalog. Zach, when you hear this, if you hear it, you know what? Whenever you hear this, let us know where you're at when you hear this in the listening timeline. But he says, which is worse? Is it Fastlane or Roadblock? Mark, which is worse, Fastlane or Roadblock?
Fastlane. Fastlane.
Beep, beep.
Matt, which is worse?
I mean, it's certainly Roadblock. In terms of like the name of the event,
The question was, which is worse,
question?
Fastlane or Roadblock?
Roadblock.
All right,
I'm
Ryan.
gonna base it off of that.
Ryan.
That's a great question, Zach, and I appreciate you asking the hard-hitting questions to us here at 3 Count Thursday. The answer is simple. The answer is Fastlane. And the answer is Fastlane because we've had more Fastlanes than we've had one. I believe we've only had one Roadblock. If it wasn't for Fastlane, there would never need to be a Roadblock in the first place.
Right, but you're on the fast lane to WrestleMania. What is the roadblock for?
Well, it's a roadblock. Sometimes construction happens when you're on the fast lane.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense. So that's why it's dumber than fast lane.
I'm saying when you're living life in the fast lane, and a roadblock happens, you get upset at upset at the roadblock.
Right, but
that's not the fast lane.
You have your event, which is your fast lane to WrestleMania. Why would you have an event that's a roadblock to anything?
Because it's the WWE. They would purposely sabotage the fast lane to WrestleMania.
It wasn't Roadblock in like December.
Yes.
So it was before the road to WrestleMania.
The answer here,
you are getting on the bypass to get on the fast lane, and they were doing work at the entrance to it.
The question is, which is worse? The name Roadblock just makes zero sense for that reason. Fastlane is a stupid name, but you can at least justify it because you're on the fast lane to WrestleMania. Why would you have a show that you want to be a roadblock to anything?
Because it's the WWE.
I think they're both perfect. I like both.
You fucking would.
I love the idea that someone gets the fast lane beep to WrestleMania. And I like that there's a roadblock for those that are already on the road to WrestleMania.
A roadblock to what? What is the road being blocked from?
Okay, so the winner of the Royal Rumble has to face someone to make it to
but
WrestleMania.
They're waiting then 11 months to get to that roadblock because it's in December.
I think what it should be is WrestleMania, or it should be Royal Rumble, Fastlane, Roadblock, Beep Beep, WrestleMania.
The
There shouldn't
timeline
be
at least would make
pay-per-views between
sense.
them.
When
was Fastlane? Nope. When was Roadblock?
It was December 2017.
Oh, he's
What
way
was-
back there. Okay.
What was the tagline for Roadblock?
Ryan
line.
Miller will hate this pay-per-view, I think was the actual tagline.
End of the line.
Not even end of the road.
The main
End of
event
the
was
line.
the main
End
event
of the
was
line.
Triple H was Triple H versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship after Triple H won the Royal Rumble.
Oh, so there was 2 roadblocks. There was a roadblock in 2016. That was in March. So that makes sense putting it
That was
in the road to
on the road.
WrestleMania. That was on the road to WrestleMania. You were on the fast lane. There was a roadblock. And then they moved it to December because they're idiots.
Mike answers this with great balls of fire.
That's fair.
This is so old, Roadblock, that it was sponsored by Toys R Us.
Whoa.
No wonder Toys R
That's
Us
as
went
far
under.
back as 2016 is.
Lee says Roadblock was a shitty wrestler on WCW Saturday Night. Tim, do you remember Roadblock?
I do remember
Oh,
Roadblock.
he was a big
Yeah.
boy too, wasn't he?
He was huge.
He was also very old when he was Roadblock.
We have
Roadblock
here we
was-
go. Here's a question on AS3. Will AEW ever have a match that doesn't have a Pier 6 brawl after the match?
No.
No.
Because Tony Khan doesn't know how to book anywhere else.
They would do that in an actual Pier 6 match.
I like Sean Ross Sapp tweets out gang wars with like 7 Z's every time there's a big brawl after an AEW match. I will answer this as Roadblock, because how can you not like Fastlane? Oops, wrong one. All right. Rodney asks, which
Roadblock, trained by Larry Sharp, retired in January of 2012.
There you go.
He was billed at 375 pounds.
He was a big boy.
He was also known by the names Little Joe Nasty.
All right. All right. Rodney asks, which flavor should Zoa Energy put out next?
I would love a cherry flavor. I haven't tried orange yet.
I don't even know what flavors they have. So
I feel like Zoa is just the Rock's urine, so I'm going to say asparagus,
Asparagus.
which is also my favorite
Milk.
my favorite wrestler in the Retribution stable.
Asparagus.
Asparagus.
But then Rodney also asks, recap the first half predictions and give second half predictions. So this is what I had to go back and listen to.
Oh, my man, doing the work today.
So at the end of 2020, we did 2 predictions. One were things that could happen, and the other were things that had, and as we said on the show, 0.0 chance of happening. So to recap those, my thing that could happen was CM Punk returns at Royal Rumble and wins the title at WrestleMania.
Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah, where let me see.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
My 0.0 was the Mortician Mark Calloway will make his AEW debut and face Sting, and a loser breaks their hit match at All Out. So I still have a little bit of time to see if that one pans
Could
out.
happen.
Ryan, you said things that could happen. Daniel Bryan will be AEW champion by the end of the year. Could
Still
happen.
on the table.
Could happen. Still on the table. Ryan, your thing that had 0.0 chance.
I hate this.
Keith Lee wears championship gold in 2021.
You're still on track.
Still on track. Still on track. Matt, Your thing that could happen. Goldberg wins the Royal Rumble. Goes on for a spear versus spear match at WrestleMania with 28 spears in 4.5 minutes. Goldberg wins the title, and Goldberg versus Shane McMahon
Here we go.
at SummerSlam. So we could still get the last part of
Go
that,
get the last part of that.
but the other
crossed.
did not come through. The second half here, 0.0 was Undertaker comes out of retirement, puts over Shane McMahon at WrestleMania in a casket match, but Vince was already in the casket.
Wrong.
Oh,
Wrong.
He got that right. Oh no, he
No,
got that right.
he did not get that right.
He got that right. There was 0% chance that would happen, right?
Oh yes, sorry, you're right. So you got that one right.
Matt wins.
Matt wins.
Kobe.
Tim, you said WrestleMania 37 would be held live at Tropicana Field in front of fans, would be held with 13 Raw Underground matches, and the main event would be Conor McGregor versus Shane McMahon.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
I got WrestleMania in front of live fans in Florida.
Yes, but you specifically said Tropicana Field on the show. So that was wrong. And
I'm giving
You
myself
throw in your smarmy Shane
Point.
McMahon comments and it bit you in the ass.
points.
Nope.
You're 0.0. Now, this one interesting, Tim.
You flew too close to the
WWE will be sold outright to the Disney Corporation. So,
Hey,
still in
options.
play.
Option.
Still in play. Intern Mark, I hate you that you said this. Your thing that could happen. Goldberg becomes WWE champion by the end of the year. And based on today's report from Fightful.com, Mark, if this comes true, we're going to dock your pay. Oh, he died. He died again. And then Mark's 0.0, and good God, with somebody coming back, we never know. Rematch between Goldberg and The Undertaker. So obviously still in play there. Does anybody want to take a stab at any predictions for the remaining part of 2020?
No.
I'm going to double down on my Keith Lee comment.
All right. Keith Lee, no gold, huh?
But I'm going to roll both mine.
So you're just doubling down.
Daniel Bryan
Let
too.
them roll. Yep.
I am going to say there will be another huge round of cuts by WWE. Even though today WWE announced that wrestlers are getting pay raises and they're able to do outside promotions, or not outside promotions. What was the other thing that they basically like the
bonuses?
So pay raises and bonuses, which also means people are getting fired because more people are going to be making more money. So they got to
Right. If more people are making money, you have to trim the fat elsewhere. I mean, that's business, right? That's corporate business, unfortunately. Matt, you got any?
No.
That doesn't have any.
Raw Underground comes back.
I mean,
Now, is that your slam dunk or is that your 0.0? Both.
Mike says Riddle wears world title gold in 2021. Devin says Rumble will take place not in a baseball stadium. Well, that technically would be in 2022, but I'll see where you're going with it.
Jim, your technicalities. You're a mean boy.
Let's see predictions by the end of the year. I will actually. All right, Mark is back again. Mark, now what are you? Jesus Christ, you doing outfit changes now? Mark, do you have any predictions for the remainder of 2021? Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark.
Can you hear me now?
Not really.
No. Are you talking into a can with a string attached to your phone?
So you started with earbuds, then you went to headphones, then you went back to earbuds, then you went back to headphones, and now apparently you're talking into a Dixie
baseball
cup.
cap.
What is happening at Ottenstein Estates tonight?
I hear your echo, Jim.
I hear it too. What the fuck is happening?
What did he put a towel up there? What is going?
Get somebody over here.
Holy Jesus. What is that?
Who is he fighting with?
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
What says okay?
Wait, is Kirby humping your leg? What exactly is happening over there?
Kirby's a sweet dog.
He's very upset. Okay.
All right, real quick, we can hear you okay now.
Yeah, we can kind of hear you now. Do you have any predictions for the rest of 2021?
Yeah. What was my 0.0 at my I lost connection.
You had a rematch between Goldberg and The Undertaker.
Oh, okay. Predictions. Oh boy. Oh gosh.
See, you should have put this in the group chat, Jim. We didn't know about this.
This one's on me.
I got to really think on this one here. I think we'll see Big E take the championship.
All right.
Big E will become champion.
Lock it up.
Of the world. The world.
I'm going to say that the 9-month injury report for Bailey is erroneous. It's erroneous. Bailey will actually return before 2022.
Hey,
Bailey will
doing
return.
a podcast here.
Who are you talking to, Mark?
The maid walked in, Mark?
One of the neighbors was revving up his engine out there.
Did you say rubbing up or revving up?
You at the Sturgis rally now?
That's Sturgis. It wasn't Hillbilly, I can tell you that. Poor Hillbilly. He's probably in
Why am I
bed.
coming? He was invited to come.
In my face.
All right, let's.
Was that Harlem Heat? They were revving their engines for Harlem Heat. Is that what it was?
That's what it was. They were revving their engine for Harlem Heat.
Does
good old Hillbilly.
Does anybody have anything to
Hey,
add before we
Hillbilly.
close out this week? All right.
No.
So let's close it up. No news. Remember, we're going to start doing news on a daily basis over on Patreon. So that's going to be a thing. No news here. We don't do news here. Mark, dear God, why do I
I
ask?
got something.
What do you
all
got?
right. It's a good thing we're closing with this, okay? It's a good thing we're closing. I'm upset. Now, I haven't been to Hershey Park since Tuesday. This is bull. The new hours, this 8 o'clock closing. I'll tell you one thing. You got a better chance tomorrow of getting me neutered than you do of keeping me from Hershey Park.
So they're open until 8 o'clock. That's. I know you were very upset that they were not staying open later. So, if you want to see intern Mark, go to Hershey Park tomorrow. Matt,
I'll be there.
Got anything?
Nope, just follow the Instagram page at 3 Count Thursday. We do a Woman of the Week feature. We just updated our Woman of the Year standing, so that top 5 is posted. You can see that, as well as our Women of the Week for the year and the years previously. Give likes, give follows to all of them.
Yeah, we got a comment here. Walter, hand injury, out of the upcoming title match. I told my wife that Walter was injured. She's not happy. She's very upset. But hopefully Big Baby Huey will heal up quickly and get back to action. Ryan, got anything?
Yeah, I do. Make sure you go out and support independent professional wrestling. Got a lot of great shows. Things are waking back up. Indie wrestling's coming back. and it's coming back strong. Let It Roll this Saturday night. PPW Let It Roll. Again, the Signature Training Academy, Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania. Huge card. Following day, West Shore Wars, Hardcore Warfare, Valor Pro Wrestling, CCW, Seven Mountains Wrestling. Huge shows. That's in beautiful West Shore Elks Lodge. That's the Elks Lodge 2257 up there in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, which is, I just found out, just outside of Hershey. So go out, have a lot of fun, trust the science, go support indie wrestling, and yeah, have a good time. Bye, everybody.
Tim.
At Another Tool Man across all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. I don't do TikToks, but send me TikToks. If you enjoy what stuff I say here, check me out on my other podcasts, Final Wrestling Place and Viewer's Choice. Viewer's Choice drops at the end of every WWE, AEW, NXT pay-per-view, so we'll be doing one this weekend for Dinero en el Banco for WWE, and for Final Wrestling Place, we're talking about all the cool stuff that happened in wrestling during the summer, because that's not an easy topic. So we're covering all that stuff. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Tell somebody else you love them, and we'll see you back here next week. Big Jim!
All right, you can follow me at Big Jim Sports. Make sure you're following the show at 3Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go to 3CountThursday.com, patreon.com/3Count Thursday. Bonus content starting just $2 each and every month. A lot of content is going to be coming your way on the Patreon page. Get your merchandise, whatamaneuver.net. Support the show, collar and elbow brand deal. Use promo code 3Count for 10% off each and every order. Of course, our home network, NGSC Sports at ngscsports.com. And our secondary home is the Leib Sports and Music Network, LEEIB Sports.com. Enjoy the pay-per-views this weekend. Enjoy the shows. If you're going to any shows, please enjoy them. Have fun. And until next week, go for the pin.